All right, guys, let's try this again. Let me know when you can see me, if you can see me. And let's see. I'm going to try to pull this up. Hopefully this works, guys. I don't know why all of a sudden my live streams don't work worth a crap. Uh, but we are going to see what happens here. Is everything better? Is the mic working? Everything good? Let me know. Comments. That out of there. We're gonna share this video, try to get it out. Ooh. And here. Is it better now? A lot better. Okay, so I can't use my VPN apparently when I'm on here. I'm gonna have to get a different VPN because it shouldn't be that horrible, but it is. So I'm going to switch over. When I used Pure VPN, it worked a lot better. Link down below. I'm going back to Pure. Let's get this out to the Discord. Shout out to everybody that joined the Discord for the trade setups. As you guys know, we got stopped out of a few of our trades. Profit about 16,000. I'm still in the other ones. Profits into about 60,000. If you want to see those trades, make sure you join the Discord and go into the trading group in Discord. It's free for November, but after that, it's not going to be free no more. Discord will always be free, but the trade section will not. But it is free for November, so get in there, check it out. So our market's going to get a bounce. Dow is down 347 points right now. Markets are open. S&P's down 65, Nasdaq's down 357. Something I wanted to go over really quick. There we go. Something I wanted to go over really quick is the bubble theory, right? So if you watch a lot of CNBC, MSNBC, things like that on money, right? People are saying when they call it a bubble, when people are talking about a bubble, it's usually not a bubble. Well, my theory is when people are talking about a bubble and other people are going on top of them saying it's not a bubble, chances are it's a bubble. But who am I? I am just a guy on the internet. Will this be it? Have we actually topped yet? Let's take a look at some charts and see what's going on. Let's take a look at the DXY. DXY is still lingering right in here. Remember, I said if DXY is able to get back above this red trend line here at about approximately 100.5, if it gets back above there, there is a good chance that the top is in and we are going to see markets dump extremely hard. And if this is the big one that I've been waiting for, I was a little early on it, but it really doesn't matter when you look at the big picture. As you can see, we're getting rejected again here on the Dow. Let me just show you this chart really quick, right? This was the Great Depression bubble, 1929, right? And then we had the tech bubble right here, huge bubble, right? And then we had this housing bubble, and then apparently this is not a bubble we're in. They're saying it's not a bubble. But if it is a bubble, I think decades, and yes, I said decades of market gains will be lost. So it doesn't matter if you bought here, here, that will be lost. If I'm correct, and this is the big bubble pop again, it could continue on, right? We could get above this trend line and continue on. But let's take a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin got a bounce right where we've been looking for, right? We've been waiting for this for a while. Now let's see if this is the hourly chart, right? So we're getting rejected so far in the 8 EMA. You guys know I love my 8 EMA right there. But we are also making a little bit of divergence here. There's a little bit of bearish divergence right there. Does that mean it has to dump? No. But if you look here, we're making lower highs here, higher highs here. Could get roll over another time. You guys know I have my profits at 93,000. If you don't, now you do. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, this is what I'm looking for the new resistance. We're going to really pay attention to this resistance in the monthly or the weekly here in a minute. But as of right now, this is what looks like could be our resistance on the 4 hour at 96.6, right? That is just this bottom trend line. Now, could we possibly move this down like this? Yes, we definitely could. We could put this trend line right here and say that it bottomed here and it's going back up and there's going to be a huge breakout. That is a possibility. Let's take a measured move if that was going to be the case. Let's line this stuff back up. So if that was going to be the case, what could you look for? This is the bullish case, guys, that we bounce here, continue up, do a breakout, and maybe go to new all-time highs, approximately 126,000, or just a double top. But let's take a look over here. You guys know my Elliott wave count here, right? So we can probably move this over here. This is what I'm looking for. Wave 3 usually is pretty strong. If this is the case, that's what I'm seeing. But again, don't know what exactly that is yet. Here is the weekly. Guys, if you've been watching this channel for any period of time, you'll know we've been calling these levels forever. Told you if this level broke, we were going to this level. And look at where we went. Right to the level. If this holds, again, we could get that big bounce up, right? If it holds. But as of right now, we don't know if it's going to hold. It's really going to depend a lot on these markets. Ooh, Dow's down 500. Remember, watch for 10 o'clock. There could be a 10 o'clock reversal and everything shoot back up. If not, this could be the one, guys, or the beginning of the one, right? This is going to take time. It's not going to be a one-day drop. Let's go back into... So this is the big chart I want to look at, right? I've seen people draw this many different ways, but I'm going from the high to the next low to the high, right? If this is the case, this is the daily. We've broken right here, right? If this is correct, this should be resistance on the daily is going to be about 97.3 actually. We almost hit our first target here, not quite. These are old targets. Weekly, we have dropped further below the 55 EMA than both of these right here. So another reason to watch for this is resistance. Now, if we look at the 55 EMA on the weekly, resistance is 99.7. Again, let's look at this on the weekly. Let's draw that same trend line on our weekly here, right? Let's go here. Going off of this trend line right there. And this is going to give our weekly resistance other than the 55 EMA, right? I'm going to try to get this as accurate as I can. Let's see. Who's been following that trade since January, where I started that account with 7,000, now over 1 million? Who's watched that? Just out of curiosity. And like I said, the Discord, I've actually been giving my trades in the trade section in the Savvy's current trades. So if you want to check that out, make sure you join the Discord. The link's down below, totally free. All right, so this is kind of, let's get this stuff out of the way. Let's look at this trend line. So I got that dead on or pretty close. You guys know I like to use the wicks, not the candles. A lot of people like to use the candles. So the weekly. This weekly closes below here, and next week opens and closes below there. It's pretty much a wrap. So right here is your next main support, about 67, right? That doesn't mean it's going to be one straight line, although it could. But we could be going to much lower lows here, guys. Let's put a trend line right here on these tops, right? And then we're going to take a measured move from where this fell out, just for poops and giggles. Don't want to say cuss words anymore because YouTube is really doing a lot of changes. This is bearish case scenario that this is our new resistance here, this bottom trend line, right? Let's put this on right here. That is just a measured move, right? Obviously, it doesn't have to go there. And look at that, it lines up with the BRVP right here, this high volume node, about 43,000. Could we see that? It's definitely a possibility, but again, let's keep an eye on this weekly. Obviously, we have 2 days to close yet, so we'll keep a close eye on that. It is getting a decent little bounce here. As you guys know, I did move my other stops to 100. I know if you watched the last video, I moved them all to 100. And then in the Discord, where I tell people what I'm doing in live time, I moved them from 100 to 101 and then back to 100. So I left a couple at 100. Those are the ones that closed for about almost 16,000 profit. Like I said, the other ones are in there still for probably more around 60,000 right now, but if I get stopped out in all those, it'll still be another $20,000 profit, 25,000 somewhere in there, even if I'm stopped. That's the way I like to trade. You guys know that. So the other thing we're looking at here is retracement, right? This has started from this low right here, and we drew our fibs on here. What would that 40 level be? That would be around our 0.786. We could go a lot lower if this is the true bear market. Again, this doesn't have to. We could still get one more big rally towards the end of the year, but I'd be cautious. And look at this guy here. This is bad. There's no two ways to look at this. This is all bad. I told you about the weekly sell signal coming up. If this week is obviously going to create the start of a sell signal, and then you need next week to open and close below this 8 EMA. If that happens, it's pretty much a wrap for strategy. Started out as micro strategy, blew up into strategy. Pretty soon it should be no strategy. Just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. So, all right. Everybody, everything going all right now? What's up, noob? Haven't seen you in a live in a long time. I haven't made a live in a long time, so. Anthony said you've been there every step of the way. What's up? Michael Saylor just announces live on CNBC that Strategy Master just bought more Bitcoin. We're buying quite a lot. Did anyone see his post? Let me see if I can bring that up. Right, and I want to talk about it a little bit, and let me know what you guys think. Let's see. Oh, here, where I actually made a post on my Twitter. Made a few this morning, but I do want to get. It's gone. Is it gone? No way. Did it not show up on here? Or did somebody take it off? That's the weirdest thing ever. Let me see. Let's see. Trying to find it here. I don't know if I can find it or not. Oh yeah, here we go. It's coming. So, posted this. Let's talk about this real quick. Oh, not that. Right here. So, Michael Saylor, right, posted this. And I thought, now I could be wrong, but I thought a captain wasn't supposed to leave his ship. He's supposed to go down with the ship. This shows the ship going down and him rolling out. Is he trying to have a little bit of honesty? Because they say that people have to tell you what they're really doing. And I've talked about this for a long time. Like MicroStrategy or strategy is dumping super hard right now. That's the company, right? He done that before in the dot-com bubble. They said he was the biggest loser in the dot-com, but really he was. This is speculation. I can't say it's for sure, but what I am going to say is I believe he was selling his MicroStrategy in a big way, and we're going to take a look at that chart real quick. Right, so this was it way back here, right? This was the dot-com bubble, and that was a lot more money than it is now back then, right? And when it crashed, pretty sure, my opinion, he was dumping on all the people that we're listening to him buying into MicroStrategy. And then this is pretty much the same game plan here. And I believe that he's selling this off while he's getting people to buy in, or was getting people to buy in, and he'll buy his own stock back at what, $2 again? Maybe not that low, but you never know. That's what I believe. I've been talking about this forever, for so long, as a matter of fact. About 2 years ago, let me see if I can show you. That's a picture, so I can't really. Oh, how do I do this? And I search for Michael Saylor. Let me do that, and I'll show you. This is pretty funny because I've called him out on this a lot. Dang it! Okay. Right here. So there he is, 4.6 million. Look at that. Sailor has blocked you. He blocked me. Back in 2020. That's the last post of his I see, right? Oh no, he's I can still see his post, but he does have me blocked, which is pretty damn funny. Anyways, why would he block me if I didn't know what I was talking about? Does it make him feel bad, look bad? What is it? I don't know. So anyways, let me know what you guys think of that. Taylor is selling, taking both sides of his mouth, talking out of both sides of his mouth, pretty much. Do people realize all the debt Sailor is taking on Bitcoin is eventually he has to pay that back? Right. But he has people convinced that he doesn't have to pay it back, and Bitcoin can go to $1 and he won't owe anything on the loans. If that's the case, let me know where you get those loans. I'll take a couple billion, right? If you ain't got to pay it back, let's do it. What's up, Fat Mom? All right, guys. If you guys have been trading these dumps, hit 1 in the chat. Hit 2 if you wish you'd been trading them. Sailor is not selling. So many noobs. Sailor is not selling. Vision is brainwashed by Sailor. Maybe that's Sailor right there. Wish you would have caught him. Wish you would have caught him. Yeah, I know. So if you guys haven't already, join the Discord, totally free, and then go into. I have 4 more to give away today, I think. 4 more to give away today. If you sign up, get a Prime XBT account, and put your user ID in the trade chat room, the trade group chat in the Discord, I will give you a $50 promo code. Automatically puts $50 in your account. You don't even have to make a deposit. So make sure you join that today. Also, guys, don't forget, check out all the sponsors links down below. BITUNIX, Prime XBT, Weeks, and Blowfin. If you guys want to start getting into trading, or if you already are into trading, want to check out some different exchanges, check them all out. They all get a bonus using my link. And there's different ones in there, right? So if you're the type that doesn't want KYC, there's some of them are no KYC. If you want to trade stock markets and everything all on one exchange, Prime XBT is the one for that. Get your own info and do research before. I've been around talking about this since 2007, but I'm sorry, 2016 actually is when I got into all this. Vision, how long you been in? I'm sure you're gonna lie, so go ahead and throw your lie in there. But yeah, I don't think you understand these markets at all. But I do wish you luck for sure. All right, so let's take a look at some other stuff. Let's take a look at Ethereum. I haven't looked at any of these coins to see what they're doing. Remember, guys, I was talking about this trend line and told you once this was crossed, watch out. That's what's happening now. Looks like your next major support is around 2,500 right here, which will match up given the RSI a bounce zone. This does need to bounce at some point here, but remember, it doesn't. The RSI can bounce way up here, and the price, you know, let me show you real quick. Something like this, and let's say we get a bounce back up to here and then back down. Well, the RSI could do this and back down, right? So you really got to pay attention to the RSI along with the price action. It'll tell a huge story. Watch for divergence. Hidden divergence, real divergence, all divergence. And good old XRP. We can move this down now. So looking for about 143, and if that breaks, obviously we go much, much lower, somewhere in the 50-cent range. I still think that's a good possibility, unless the markets really turn over. So here we still have our sold targets that we've had since way back when. Still looking for that. Cardano. Ooh, Cardano's breaking its major support here. If that breaks, your next line of support's somewhere down in this area, 18 cents or so. Be careful, be cautious. I thought these guys were taking over the world and they were the next big thing. Litecoin still just ranging around in here within this triangle. We'll see what happens with that. Wouldn't it be crazy if Litecoin ended up being the coin, right? That would be crazy. All right. Well, nobody's talking much. Nothing much to say here, guys. Let me know some tickers you guys want to look at. If it's a stock ticker, make sure you put stock after the ticker. If it is a crypto, make sure you put crypto after the ticker, and we'll check out some. Let me get it on Hoop Coins. Here we go. Just making money on Ethereum. Any promo code today? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna throw a $200 promo code. Thanks for mentioning that, Fatma. Let's see. I am going to throw a $200 promo code today. Let me see. Make sure you guys have an account set up, because once it goes out, the first one to use it, and I'm not going to tell you when it goes out, but I will be doing it here in this live. Let's see. We are going. All right. I got it on there. And we are going to put out a free $200 promo code for Prime XBT. Make sure you have an account signed up. Be on there. You don't even have to make a deposit. I'm going to put a code. It'll be a series of letters and numbers in the chat. And that will... Hold on a second. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up if you guys haven't smashed it already. Would appreciate it. But I will put a series of letters and numbers in the chat, and open up your Prime XBT account in another window or whatever, and go to the promo and copy and paste it. The first one to use it will get an automatic $200 in your account. So if you guys actually heard that, hit 1 in the chat. If you're actually signing up, sitting there waiting for it, hit 2 in the chat. Let me know how many people are. If there's enough people, maybe we'll do 2 of them. If not, we'll just do the 1. No wonder the whale that held Bitcoin for 15 years sold it all. He knew something. I mean, it could be he knew something, or that's just so much money that he really never has anything to worry about, or, you know, who knows? Maybe that was Sailor. Maybe he is behind Bitcoin. I don't know. But a lot of it, especially Sailor, a lot of these CEOs, etc., they build confidence. When they're trying to build confidence into you buying their company or whatever, they're usually selling. That's the game, right? So a CEO is thought to be, it's supposed to be this mastermind and make a good company. A CEO nowadays is just to pump and dump their stock. When they say bad things and the stock goes down, they usually do that to buy more. But when they're continuously trying to get people to buy and telling them all the good things that are coming and why not to be worried and this isn't a bubble and there's further up to go, that's when they're usually dumping, right? There's always buybacks, right? Why? Because they sold at the top. Tell me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know. 167 people in here. How many likes do we have? 23. All right, let's get these likes up, guys. Let's get these likes up to 100 likes. Let's do it for, okay, let's do this. 50 likes. We need 50 likes. So if you haven't hit the like button, watch this on YouTube. If you're on X, please go over to YouTube, because that's where the comments actually are working. Let me do something else here. Here we go. I don't understand how this X crap works on here, but so weird. Yeah, I don't understand the whole X deal on here, or how the videos work on X. Soul Extender said I was on X, sir. Cool. Yeah, if you're on X, move over to YouTube, and make sure you guys smash the thumbs up on there. Let's get 50 likes. We get 50 likes, and I will be doing the $200 promo code giveaway in the chat. There we go. It's jumped up now. A lot of people came in. Appreciate you guys. If you came over from X, put 1 in the chat right now. If you've been on YouTube since this started, hit 2, and make sure you guys tick your notification bell so you get notified when I post videos on YouTube. That way, you get notified when I post new videos. Okay, so a bunch of people. Pawn Star was over there. Hell effing right. Made Man the 1, 2 has been on here. So nobody has any. Remember, if you're on X, come on over to YouTube and you can chat in the chat. We can look at whatever charts you want to take a look at. How's the markets doing? Damn, Dow's down pretty far. I mean, when you look at the big picture, it's not that far, but when you look at this is pretty scary. That's looks like an ending 5th wave diagonal. And what do I mean by that? Anybody that knows anything about Elliott wave, this is what I'm saying. This is looks like an ending 5th wave diagonal. Actually, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here, let's pull up ending 5th wave diagonal. Elliott wave. Let's pull up images. Do you see the ending 5th wave diagonals? Do you see it? Do you see it? That's what I believe we are in right now. I do believe this is what we're in, and that was a big 5th wave. And let's go back over to it, right? So this would have been a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, extended 5th wave, right? The people are going to say, well, wave 3 is short. Wave 3 would be longer than wave 1, right? bigger than wave 1. Wave 3 is often longest, never the shortest, except in a diagonal, obviously. It could go either way. But let's go back over to here. How long you think this will go on this wave? 89? I have my profits at 93 right now. I had some at 95, which already hit, and I have some at 93. But like I said, if it depends on what we're looking at here, right? This could be resistance. So one way you can see this, right? Let's say we go all the way down into the 80s, depending on how far down this one goes, right? We can see something like this. You know, it could get real scary for a lot of people all the way down into the mid 70s, right? And colliding with the 200 EMA right here, come back up for a retest up here, get everyone super bullish again, retest this, and come crashing down, right? We'll see what happens, but I'm thinking more in the lines of that, but knowing exactly where, that's the tough part, right? Smash that like button. We need, I'm going to reset or okay, 8 more, and I will be putting, since 127 top, it is a falling wedge. Most people looking for a reverse move back to new highs, but when the drop off, the end of a falling wedge is catastrophic, like the COV drop. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, it could be pretty crazy. Like I said, if this is the big one, it's going to be pretty ugly. Thanks, Soul. Appreciate that. Anyways, again, reminder, if you are on X watching this, come on over to YouTube, smash that like button. I'll put out, if we get 50 likes, I'm going to put out a $200 promo code. And if we get 100 likes, I'm going to put out another one. But you guys need to come in here and smash those like buttons. If it breaks out of the wedge, we can get 2 huge down days. Even if you're watching this afterwards, smash that like button, guys. I do appreciate it. And share the video. If it breaks out of the wedge, we can get 2 huge down days into 11/18, day 322, skull and bones. Interesting. Are you talking about Bitcoin or are you talking about the stock market? So this would be, if this comes down to break this resistance, you know, this could be in the middle of next year when it actually breaks here. So thanks, brother. I don't trade. I just love the big dips, said Dean. Right on. To each their own, man. Let's go back. Let's keep an eye on this trend line on the daily just for the heck of it. Where is that sitting? Remember, if we're looking at it on the daily, it's here. The weekly, it can still come all the way back up, but on the daily, 97.3-ish, right? Thanks, Simon. I appreciate it. Paul Sullivan shorted 125. Right on. So did I back then. If you guys remember, we had a bunch of winning trades since January and all shorts. This 47. Almost there, guys. Remember, if you guys want to check out a ticker, a stock, or a crypto, put the ticker in the chat and either put, you know, if it's a stock, make sure you tell me it's a stock. Make sure if it's a crypto, you tell me it's a crypto. We'll pull up the chart, take a look at it. Small time frames and longer time frames. Smash the likes, guys. You only need a couple more. Need a couple more. Nasdaq chart acting weird for me. Sudden drop, sudden movement. When was that? Say that. Oh, but 10 o'clock. So let's see. Are we going to get the 10 o'clock reversal? It's not looking like it. Nasdaq's got a little reversal to it. Let's take a look at that chart. Nasdaq, again, trying to pull back a little bit. Let's take a look at the S&P. See, these ones made it above that trend line, the same one the Dow is getting rejected at. Just a little bit. They fall back in here. It's going to get pretty ugly, in my opinion. You know, it depends on where you drew this line from, too. So, you drew it from here. It's already falling back in. But anyways, yeah. So this one was drawn from the 18. Where did I draw the Dow Jones from? 18. So yeah, I guess that would be more of, maybe I was looking at that wrong. 18 way back here. Wow. I wonder why I did that. I don't know, but that shows NASDAQ could go up a little bit higher. And that shows here. You know what? I'm going to make this one blue. Get rid of this. Dang it. There we go. Yeah, no, S&P seems to be falling back in there, which would make sense by looking at the Dow, right? Let's take a look at the monthly. Let's put S&P on the monthly like the Dow is. Look at that. Same type deal, guys. Looking pretty. Okay, let's put NASDAQ on the monthly. This shows NASDAQ could go a little bit higher. Same thing with S&P. I'll clip it if the live is recorded. Don't go so hard on it. Can I get your thoughts on the stock? RKLB. I am in a put that expires today. Been in since 55. Yeah, Tim, hold on 1 second. All right, there's that $200 promo code. First one to get it, use it, gets it. If we get 100 likes, I'm going to throw out another one in this live. Let's check this stock out for Tim. We're going to go here. Stocks. And what did he say it was? RKLB. KLB. Hmm, 45. Getting pretty low on the RSI. It is showing some possible hidden bullish divergence here. From low to low, right? Hold on a second, guys. Dang it. Right. So you said you've been in a put since 55, expires today. Nice one. Like $10, $10 different. I don't know how much you bought, but it definitely looks like you can be making some profits. But this again, it was also showing a hidden bullish divergence right here, and it was just a little bounce. So you may get that again, just another little bounce. Shoot, this could end up making a inverse head and shoulders. Let me see something here. Actually, wow, pretty crazy. Yeah, watch for that to be just continued resistance and then a continuation down. This could also make an inverse head and shoulders here. I'd be watching for that. Might be a good idea if it does come wet back up here. Put another put in. Again, none of this is financial advice, just what I'm looking at right now. But the RSI still has room to come down more. So, but it looks like you made a good call on your put there. Wrapped paw. Oh my gosh, you and that freaking pulse soul. All right. Wrapped pulse. I don't even know how to look at that stuff, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Make sure you guys smash the likes. We will be giving out another promo code at 100 likes. I don't even know. What'd you say the ticker was? Anthony Oakes says he's been shorting NASDAQ since 25.6. Nice. All right, let's see. WPL. Oops. WPLS. Pulse chain. Which one? I mean, which one do we go on here? Guess you could probably do any right here. Wow, bro. Pulse chain is the new whatever. I don't even know what you want to call this thing. I don't know. I mean, maybe, if everything turns around, maybe it gets a huge bounce, but it's not looking pretty for sure. I don't know what else to say there, man, but ugly. I mean, if you go off of patterns here, let me try to do something bullish for you. There you go, man. If you want to do something super bullish, trying to help you out here, soul. This is definitely not what I believe is happening, guys, just so you guys know. But I'm going to do something bullish for soul. My thoughts on this is the scam is dying, but it goes up to another 0.2 or whatever. There you go. How you like those? So your high, if it was to break out of this wedge, is 0.0002. All right. Let's see. Can you check Bill USD? Filecoin? Yeah, let's check it. I don't even know if I've ever checked it on here. I don't know. Let's see. Filecoin against Bitcoin or against. I'd rather do it. Let's do it on USDC, maybe. Yeah, let's do it on USDC. Wow. What is this? Daily? Let's go into the 4-hour chart on here. This may be rounding or rounding bottom, right? It's either rounding bottom or it breaks this support and it continues way down, right? But it is making, is it? This could be exaggerated divergence here. You're straight across right here, but you're getting divergence up here. So could it be? It's possible. All right, what else was there? I know I've seen some other people put some stuff down here. What else we got? What else do you guys want to look at? Wreck to riches. Let's effing go. Let's see here. 77. Wow, we're almost there, guys. I think you might get another $200 promo code today. Get 100 likes, and you'll get another $200 promo code in the chat. Make sure you guys have a Prime XBT account. Make sure it's open, and you open the promo code section to throw the promo code in quickly. And yeah. All right, come on. Give me some more stocks. Give me some crypto, something you guys want to look at. What's Bitcoin doing? Still getting a nice bounce. It's at 96.1. Getting close to that resistance here on the daily. Yes, sir, Paul. Yes, sir. Dash or Zcash? All right. Take a look. Dash. Dash looks like it might, maybe you could have a little breakout here. Oh, all right. This is going to be something to watch. Broke a channel, it looks like. So what's your measured move on Dash? As long as it stays above here, right? This is a 4-hour chart. So your measured move on Dash is as long as it can stay. Got about 118, 117. As long as it can stay above this trend line, right? If it loses this area at 71.50 again and gets down below here, you could be seeing some major dumpage. Let's see, but it is, you have to be careful here. Obviously, there's 37 minutes till the 4-hour closes, but I'm going to give you something to watch out for. Like I said, I'm not trading this, but I'm going to show you. So if you go off this high, you got a lower high. And if you go off them same highs down here, you're getting a higher high. But this candle isn't closed yet. But if it closes like that, chances are it's going to fall back down in here. But I would be cautious, be careful. It does look like a breakout, but it doesn't mean it actually is. Let's see, because there's other ways to look at this, right? All right. Happy Friday, Tommy, to yourself. I just want to say I won a promo code in the past and started using Prime XPT and love it. Made some good, honest money from there. And they are legit way more than Coinbase, in my opinion. Yeah, they are a pretty kick-ass exchange, in my opinion, also. 81, only 20 more likes, and you are getting another $200 promo code for Prime XPT. Make sure you're signed up. Make sure you have your promo code ready. No deposit needed. It puts $200 bonus in your account. You can trade it and keep the winnings. You can't withdraw the 200, but let's say you take that 200 and you win 2,000. You get to pull out the 2,000 or whatever. You guys have been watching this grow from 7,000 all the way up to over 1 million since January. Were we looking at another? That was Zcash. What else did you say you wanted to? Oh, that was Dash. Let's look at Zcash. Wow, I had a brain fart there or something. Zcash. Is Zcash doing the same thing here? Possibly. We got to look at any divergence showing. Not really. In the RSI, this already broke, right? And the RSI should have a little more upside to go, but it's also showing some hidden bullish divergence here. Is it? Yes. Some hidden bullish divergence there. Actually, you can go all the way down to there. This could break out. So all these coins could be getting a little boost. So here's what you want to watch for. If you're playing this, right? So a break of 590 should get you a measured move of approximately, it could just get rejected there pretty hard, right? So be careful. But if that breaks, we'll be looking, what the hell? Here. You could be looking at $8.17, or you just break back down and come back and retest this bottom trend line approximately, depending on how long it would take to get there, around 358 or so. Which this RSI is resetting pretty good. It's moving up pretty fast. Could get a reset here pretty soon. But you definitely, to go higher, you have to break this area here. 593. I'm going to make that red because that should be a good resistance. But if it breaks, bam, that's where I think it's going. Right on TRX. Anybody else? Anybody else? Remember, guys, if you're watching on Twitter, leave Twitter. Come over to YouTube and hit 1 in the chat. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's see, how many do we have here? 84 likes. Only need 16 more likes, and you guys get another promo code. What else? Anybody else? If you're on X, I cannot see your comments. Come over to YouTube and let me know which stock or crypto you would like to look at. But next to the ticker, let me know if it's a stock or a crypto. All right, we're right at that resistance line on the weekly, right? So this really, let's go to the daily. The daily, we're still below it just a little bit. Yeah. We're still below that resistance line a little bit on the daily right here. We almost hit our first target. But you guys know we took profits, or I took profits on 6 of the 14 shorts at 95. The other 8 I have take profits at 93. It could go lower, but I'm expecting 93. But I do have my stops. I moved my stops back down to 100,000. So if we hit 100,000, I still win either way. If you guys have been following along, I let you guys know exactly when I'm putting in stops, putting in shorts, putting in whatever order I'm putting in. I put it in exactly when I'm doing it in the trading group within our Discord. It's totally free. Join the Discord, join in the trading group. See how many we got. 89. 11 more likes, guys. That's all we need. 11 more likes. Link. All right, let's check out Link. You know, I used to have a link chart. I don't know if I do or not, so I'll just pull it up on here. Link. Link is pretty much the same thing, guys. It is showing some. Is it showing divergence here on the 4-hour? It is showing a little bullish divergence here. Trying to see where. I mean, we could go all the way from up here. Do this. Man, everything is really counting on the traditional markets, and maybe crypto will make a bounce when the markets close if the markets continue dumping, just to go back and close the CME gaps Monday. We'll see. Well, sorry, this isn't much help here, but this is kind of what I'm looking at. We can go even smaller in here. Not really a lot going on here. These are super old targets back there. We are now here. FET. Woo. They got a nice little pump, didn't they? Oh no, sorry. It's not it. Is this the one you wanted? FET here. Yeah. Let's see. No real divergence yet. What are the stocks doing? I got to look at that real quick. They're still down, not horrible. Let's see if they rally at the end of the day. Remember, Fridays, the markets like to rally, guys. Eventually, they probably won't, but they may get their rally today and then crypto take advantage of a move up, because a lot of these are showing a possible move up right now. So something to keep an eye out for. I don't really like that. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm not really liking. I have to go back a little bit further. Pretty much just watch for trend lines on all these cryptos right now. So this one, if I had it like I had it before, right? Go like this. Was everybody paying attention when I was posting all my shorts and everybody was talking shit, and then they don't talk shit at all when I post all the gains? Pretty funny. So 47 is possible here, which would kind of make sense to get a rally up towards there, but again, it's really hard to say until we know what the crypto or stocks are gonna do, right? US and Switzerland reach trade deal to lower tariffs to 15%. Oh man, they're really trying to push some news out there to explain why it might rally. If it rallies, they'll have an explanation. When really all it is the power that be. Oh, 109. Holy crap. You guys are kicking butt in the likes today. There you go. Good luck to whoever gets that. TRX said, "Oh, I was wondering why there was some pump." Yeah, they always got to do some BS, right? It's like I don't like to use the word manipulation, but it's gotten pretty bad, and it's just so obvious now. Like, you know, they'll put out bad news to give you an excuse of why they are dumping the markets, and then they'll start buying after the dump, and then they'll put out good news explaining why it's going up, when it's just them moving their money to take your money over and over and over and over again. But I think the big one's coming. I really believe the big one's coming. Really, really believe it. Gonna put this back onto. Oh. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna call it a day. Remember, if you guys want to see where my trades are, what's going on with them, it is in the Discord in the trading section. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you smash. Please leave comments, even if you're watching the video after the live. I do appreciate it. Let me know what your thoughts are on the markets, where you think it's going, anything that might be interesting to look into about what's going on with the markets. I would love to hear from you guys. Thanks again. Take it easy, and I'm out.